Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for stopping by on my channel. So I just wanted to do a little chit chat, and I got a bone to pick about everybody picking on Black Chyna about Rob Kardashian and him being fat again. Okay, so let's first things first. How is everyone doing this morning? I'm doing okay. No complaints, no complaints. I'm gonna try to talk real fast because you know what? Hold on just 1 second. Sorry guys, I wanted to shut my door. Anyway, so I want to tell you what happened to me yesterday. I was on Much Love's page, Much Love from KY, love her to death. I'm sure many of you guys who are subscribed to my channel are already subscribed to her, but for those of you who do not know who she is, check her page out, Much Love from KY. And she posted a video. It was very disturbing, and it was about a mother who went to another woman's house and beat the crap out of her for her daughter came home and said that this woman slapped her, and so the mom came to the house and beat the crap out of her. And I say beat the crap out of her because the lady never fought back. And somebody was filming it, don't know who, and the caption was, "What would you do?" So if you're interested in the video, check it out, Much Love from KY, and the title of the video says, "What would you do?" And essentially she was talking about a lot of things, but I normally don't comment, and I usually don't comment on things that seem controversial, but she made a point that, one, she was saying how, do what you have to do, but I would have first brought my daughter with me to confront the lady to find out what was going on. Because let's face it, as a mom, as a parent, you know your kids and you want to get the story. So I had made a comment, absolutely, I would have taken my kid with me and I would have went to the person's house and found out the whole story. So another subscriber, I don't want to say we got into it, but this person was like, "I can't believe you would take your child to an abuser," and essentially kind of judging me, like, what kind of person are you to bring your child to an abuser? And all I was saying is, I realize we're in a different day and age, but I grew up in my neighborhood that I pretty much knew everybody within a mile radius from where I lived. Generally speaking, I had a familiarity, and my mother had a familiarity with who was on the block and things like that. And if there was ever an issue, absolutely, my mom was going to take me to somebody's house and find out what was going on, and vice versa. If something went on, I mean, it wasn't uncommon. My mom used to tell me all the time, I got eyes everywhere. And this was long before internet, cell phones, cameras, the old low tech. If I was out with a group of kids and we were seemingly not doing what we were supposed to do, there were always someone who knew who I was. I wasn't ever doing anything, but if I was with a bunch of kids and they were getting too loud or rowdy or whatever, there was always some adult that go, "Aren't you Jerry's kid? Aren't you Jerry's daughter?" And I would be like, "Yes, ma'am." And I just knew by the time I got home. I was going to hear about it. Okay. So I just thought, like, I just made a casual comment, and it seemed like it went on for like an hour and a half. So I don't know what that was all about, but I realized that today's kids aren't me growing up. I mean, we would never do half of the stuff that kids do now, even just respect. You get in an age where you using, you're cussing and using all this bad language, but trust and believe, we didn't do that stuff in front of adults. We would do it, within ourselves, because we all were raised pretty much the same. And if you saw adults, you wasn't cussing and stuff like that, you calmed it down. If you were saying things inappropriate, as teenagers do, you wasn't doing that around adults, because we never knew who knew whoever. But it was also, you wasn't going to be cussing in front of, you know, your elders. You weren't going to be doing things like that. And kids don't care about that now. They're loud and rowdy, saying all sorts of language, no matter if there's kids around, if there's adults around, you know. So that was a crazy thing yesterday that happened to me on the comments section of Much Love's page. That was crazy. Okay, so what I am going to do is, I don't think I'm going to do it on New Year's Eve, because I don't know if I'm going to have the time. But I think I'm definitely going to do it for my anniversary, which is, I'm just going to do some shout outs. And if you want to be shouted out, I already have a mental list of people I want to shout out. And it really is just people who have been supporting me, subscribers and YouTubers alike. I love the fact that people have subscribed to me. My numbers have gone up the last couple of days, and I want to say thank you to my newer subscribers. Thank you so much for clicking that like button. If you continue to like what you see, please share my video and tell some other friends to check me out. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter. Same name, keeping it simple. I do a lot on Instagram. So most of the time I am posting my fitness stuff. I'm posting either before, mostly after I work out. And really that's to encourage myself. I would like to see that I look different in a month from now. So I'm just grinding on my fitness. So if you want to join me, you can always hit me up on Instagram, same name, keeping it simple. And I do a lot of tweeting. I am hoping that I am not working late tonight, because it is Friday and I want to watch Married to Medicine. I want to tweet with everybody and I want to do my review. So I am hoping that I will be home, not working late, and I will bring that video to you. Okay, so let's talk about Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna. Now, I did a little research. I am not Rob, but because that's her lane. But I was looking mainly to see how old Rob Kardashian is. Rob Kardashian is 29 years old. He was born on St. Patty's Day in 1987. And I thought to myself, wow, he was born and I was getting ready to graduate from high school. That is crazy to me when I think about it. Anyway, he was born in March, so he is a Pisces, which, since I'm a Pisces, I understand him a lot more now. And Blac Chyna is a Taurus, the bull. Now listen, you can believe what you want to believe about personalities and zodiac signs, because that's not my lane, that's Rob's lane. But the little bit that I do know, I understand, like, that was never going to be a match, because unless he's passive and she is she's not, I don't know, you know, someone's going to have to take the wheel in the relationship. Someone always takes the wheel in the relationship. Sometimes you pass the wheel, but regardless, someone always takes the wheel in the relationship. And obviously it's Blac Chyna. But Robert Kardashian, we all know he has some issues. He has some things that probably hasn't been revealed, but we've been watching the show, so we know that emotionally he is not 100%. And Pisces in general are emotional people. And, you know, I was thinking to myself about what I want to, you know, deal with and going into the new year. Some of the things that I had to deal with for this year was really emotionally upsetting to me, and I like to be on an even keel. And so, you know, I had a lot of great things that happened this year for me, but emotionally it still took a toll on me. Thus, I gained 12 to 15 pounds in the last 6 months. So, and like I said, not all stress is bad stress. Dealing with anything that weighs on you emotionally is stress, and how you handle it. And this is the first year in my whole adult life that I ever did emotional eating. So I can understand why Robert Kardashian gained a lot of weight back. He had a lot going on. But to blame Blac Chyna for him having a diabetes episode is not her fault. And I can say that for those of you who are recently subscribed to my channel, I had a Fitness Friday segment, and I would bring on things about health and things that I was doing and just topics. And I have 2 videos talking about diabetes. One is just how diabetes affects you physically, and then I talked about myself, about being a child of someone who was diabetic. My mom was diabetic. She passed away due to complications of diabetes. She had a major episode when I was 12 years old, and she went into a diabetic coma, and she was in a diabetic coma for 5 days, and that is how she found out she was a diabetic. And I talk about my struggles as a young adult and being very angry with her because she, in my opinion, didn't take her illness seriously. And the truth of the matter is that you can't stop somebody from eating. You just cannot do it. I tried. So I am going to defend Black Chyna, because let's face it, she helped him lose weight. So the fact that he is resulting or going back to old habits to put that weight back on, you know, that's not her fault. And, you know, he is going to be 30 this coming year. And if he's already having issues where he has to go to the hospital, we're talking about he's going to have some serious things if he doesn't get it under control within 10 years. We're talking about kidney problems. We're talking about heart problems. You know, diabetes is a vascular illness, and it affects every vessel in your body. So your kidneys, your eyes, your heart, you know, losing sensation in your hands, bruising, wound issues, not healing properly, you know, and then we're not even going to talk about the drastic measures where things have to be amputated. And I've gone through all of that as a child of someone who, you know, whose parent was a diabetic. So yeah, he needs to get it under control. He needs to get some therapy to deal with his emotions. He needs to get a serious nutritionist. He needs to get a team of people to do it. And that, you know, all anybody in his family can do is support him, but he has to make this a priority. So I hope for him, going into his new year, he has a new baby, that he finds that he has to, you know, sometimes to fix yourself, you have to get outside of yourself and focus on other people. You know, a lot of times, that's why volunteering is, for me, sometimes really therapeutic, because I get outside of what I'm dealing with and I focus my energy on helping somebody else. Because let's face it, you know, he has a lot to live for. I mean, he has a lot to live for, and he has a new child, and he needs to take his health seriously. So that's all I have for now. I wanted to keep it short because I think I'm going to come back this evening and do Married to Medicine. And if you are not on Twitter, check me out on Twitter, because I love to live tweet on Twitter, and then I will give my review hopefully this evening. So I hope you have a wonderful day. TGIF. And I've got my cup because I'm on grandbaby watch. And take care of yourself and each other, and I will talk to you later. Bye.